I don't know if you guys have heard. The word has probably gotten out, but we interviewed the vice president today.
Oh, you going to talk about it? Okay, go ahead.
No, the vice president of what? Because that seems to be confusing amongst people.
TIA Craft. Wait, y'all did that TIA Craft.
Yo, it's like the running joke when we tell people like we interviewed the vice president. They're like
yeah. Go ahead.
For sure. The vice president of the United States of America. So they have an economic tour that they're doing. And the first stop was Atlanta, Georgia. And we had a conversation with her to ask her some questions in regards to her economic policies, the administration's economic policies for Black people. It was some entrepreneurs in the room. And yes, we, I think we covered some good ground.
Mm-hmm.
And we may have some more dialogue with some other politicians in the administration. Again, before the election, there's a chance that could potentially happen.
Yeah, we're open to it.
August would be a great time.
We should just say congratulations, right?
August might be a good time, Ian. Huh?
This is it's a monumentous occasion when you think about it. Like from a classroom to today is pretty incredible feat. That trajectory is pretty incredible. So congratulations to us.
Yeah, congratulations to y'all.
Yeah.
And shout out to the Queen Kamala. I know people on the internet shout out to Kamala. Shout out to Biden too. August would be a good time to have a presidential debate.
I mean, just saying.
Stranger things have happened. Big week for Earn Your Leisure. We have my guy Jonathan Alvarez tomorrow. So he's an interesting story. I met him at the State of the Union address. Actually, he was a guest of our congressman. And his story is that he did, I think, 12 years in jail from the time that he was 18 to the time that he was 30. Spent his whole young adulthood in incarcerated, and came out and changed his life. Started a nonprofit organization to stop violence. So it's an interesting story from the incarceration aspect of prison reform. We talk about prison reform, but financial literacy is part of the prison reform. That's a conversation that we have, right? Like a lot of people don't fully understand. Like when you get released from prison, people don't even know how to actually open a bank account, right? Or even how to, what an ID is, like how to actually apply for a credit score, like what a credit score even is, right? Yep. So we talked about a variety of different things on the prison system, but then also from a financial aspect of starting a nonprofit organization, and his nonprofit is like $1 million a year entity, right? So I think it's inspirational for people that are coming home, and then also for people that are interested in the nonprofit space where you can do good and still earn a living at the same time. So that's an inspirational story, something that is great to highlight because people need second chances in life. And if they're not prepared for a second chance, then 9 times out of 10, they're going to go back to the lifestyle that they left. And that's how we have so many repeat offenders and so many people that go in and out of jail, right? Because it's like they're on the streets. They don't have any other opportunity. So when you don't know what to do, you do what you know. And unfortunately, a lot of times that leads to either being incarcerated or being killed. So he's a great story of turning your life around, starting a business. Now he's in prison, actually teaching prisoners about financial literacy, about, anger management, about, anti-violence and different things of that nature. So it's always great when we get to highlight those kind of stories.
Yeah. I mean, this is an episode that's filled with growth and healing. I mean, when he talks about therapy that he seeked and still seeking, and how he's reacclimated into the community that once looked or frowned upon him, it's just a testimony to, like you said, that second chance aspect of return to citizen. So it's a powerful episode, man. I'm happy that we got the opportunity to do it, man.
And he's from Yonkers.
That's a fact. 914.
Okay. Come on now. Shout out to Yonkers, man.
That's 914 the county, shout out to the 9.
So that's a dope episode. Earn Your Leisure tomorrow, 1 o'clock. And then Blackout is back at 10 o'clock on Wednesday.
Yes.
Blackout has become a cultural phenomenon. It has ruffled some feathers.
Shout to Waka, shout to Royce. All the rappers was hitting me this weekend. Oh my God. Rappers still destructive.
About that post?
Yeah,
In your comments or in your DM?
both.
Yeah,
That Art 112 hit me. I'm like, damn, how? Okay, my bad, bro. It's not destructive.
Damn, bro.
Come on the show.
it's, for sure. So Blackout, very interesting show. I'm noticing a lot of people have strong opinions about Blackout, but they watch it. So 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday, myself and Ian, we're back on Blackout. That's going to be another.
Make sure you tune in.
One.
Make sure you tune in. Make sure you download that. It is a podcast, so make sure y'all download it and listen to it. And I will say this: it definitely it invokes conversation, to say the least.
For sure. And then the last thing, I'll make some other announcements throughout the course of the show. Is thank you to the great city of Charlotte, North Carolina. We had a great time out there. We did a pitch competition with Steve Stout. We had Corday as a surprise guest.
Oh, really? Okay.
Shout out to Corday. And then we had, the good folks at Ally. So it was great to see entrepreneurs come, pitch their business ideas. And look, going forward, right? If you're in a pitch competition and you don't win, it's not best practices to try to slander the judges. That's not gonna
or approach the judges after the contest.
That's not gonna be helpful for you moving forward, right? So just in life.
Yeah.
That's a life lesson.
What did I do wrong? This is another time. And then pitching after the pitch contest.
I get it. Everybody, you're gonna be disappointed if you don't win. I understand.
Yeah, it's a moment.
But part of life is accepting defeat, learning from it, and becoming better as a result of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was when I witnessed it and I was able to get away from it. I saw you got caught up in it a little bit. And then when I came back, I was returned to people pitching me about their pitch after the pitch competition. And my question was, why didn't you enter the pitch competition?
They might have entered the pitch competition. They might not have got chosen.
Most of the people said that they didn't. But I said, that's great because there's still opportunities to you to meet us in other cities.
Yeah, for sure.
And here's a good lesson too. Lesson number 1 of the show, help the winners. If you lost, go to who won and figure out what you can do to help them. Build a relationship that way. Maybe in 8 months, you'll be able to get connected.
Yeah.
I think too many times when a person wins a championship, we're not rooting for them. Find a way to help, and then you'll get connected to be able to get your own help later.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that your idea isn't a good idea. It may need to be fully flushed out. Maybe there's some pieces that are missing because everybody had pretty much good ideas.
Yeah.
It's just that the preparation to present that idea might have been a little off at that time. So again, this is not the last time that we'll be in a city with the pitch competition. So you have another opportunity to get everything together.
Well, I know we're going to start here real quick, Rashad. What made their pitch amazing that allowed them to win? I think that's a good lesson.
Well, the gentleman that won the pitch competition, I think that he was the most prepared. His product was the most prepared, ready to go, and he was able to communicate. That's another thing too. I told somebody that lost that had an issue, and I said I actually liked the product, which is ironic that he chose to attack me because I'm actually one that was actually advocating.
Attack is a strong word. Approach you.
Well, he went on social media and made a whole.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Oh.
Okay,
y'all gotta stop with the bitter ex breakup rollouts after you don't win, yo.
It ain't my fault.
So, but the thing is, from a teachable moment, he wasn't able to communicate his idea. So, for you guys, this is a valuable lesson because even if you have a great idea, somebody is giving you $50,000. That's a lot of money, right? They're invested in you personally. So, your inability to communicate is going to cause doubt for somebody to trust you as a leader, right? Mm-hmm. So that's something that communication skills are extremely important, right? And it's not just your product. Your product is one part of it, but every VC person that we've ever talked to, when we say, what do you look for when you're investing in a company? They all say the same thing. They all say the CEO of the company. Do I like him? Can I trust her? Mm-hmm. Are they visionary? That's what they all say. They all say, like, I bet on the CEO before anything else.
Yeah.
So if I have doubts on the CEO, I'm not going to put a substantial amount of money into their company.
Yeah. Yeah. There was some presentations where you can see the doubt, even in what they were trying to explain. And when questions were asked, it was so complex that even as some of the judges, it wasn't clear to even understand what they were presenting. And so before we started, what are the things that we're looking for, judges? Confidence was one, innovation is one. Are we solving a problem? Those three things. And if you can do it in a way that's articulate, you're ahead of the game.
But I'll tell you what, we're on to something with this pitch competition thing, because that was a very exciting situation for people to watch, just to watch the pitch. That was my first time actually seeing something like that curated. We've done pitch competitions before, but that was like a different type of vibe. Yeah. And I can see why Shark Tank is such a popular show, because it's not only exciting for the people that's pitching it, it's exciting for the audience to actually watch. And it's a learning experience for the audience as well. So this pitch competition thing, stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you got an idea?
I have an idea. Yeah. You'll have opportunities to present your businesses, but be prepared. When you are presenting, I understand that you get nervous. Public speaking is not easy.
Gotta practice.
But be prepared. That is extremely important. When you start to stumble on your words, when you start to look at your phone, that lets me know that you're not ready for the main stage. And it's just like the Eminem thing, right? Like, mom, spaghetti. Like, you gotta be able to perform.
We're not gonna do that to him.
You gotta be able. Entrepreneurs have to be able to perform when the lights are on, right? Everybody can't perform when the lights are on, right? In a gym, it's like practice. Some people, I know people, when I play basketball, we have what's called like practice all-stars, where they never missed a shot in practice. They look like Michael Jordan in practice. When you put them in the game, they dribbling off their foot, they shooting air balls. So, and then some people are terrible in practice. Some people are terrible in practice, like Allen Iverson practice, but then you put them in the game and they look like the best players in the world. So my thing is do both. Practice at a high level, prepare yourself. And when the lights are on, when the moment comes, whether it's a pitch competition to us, whether you see Ian in Walmart, whether you see
maybe, but
no, he's in Costco, remember?
I'm just saying, you never know when you're gonna run into somebody, right? Have your elevator pitch ready. Be ready to communicate it in a very short time frame.
How much time they got?
60 seconds.
That's it.
60-second elevator pitch. Be able to communicate, add value, have something that's extremely interesting, a cliffhanger to make somebody say, you know what, this is something that I wanna. And it's also like, the last thing I'll say about this, there's a guy that came, everybody was telling me their ideas afterwards and whatever, but one guy came and he was like, you know, I have a water company and I would like to sponsor water for InvestFest. That's actually something that's beneficial.
That's smart.
Right? That's actually something that we need and is beneficial. And that, the way he went about it, I appreciate it, because he had a service that he already identified that we had a need for, right? And then he came and said, I want to sponsor water, meaning I'm willing to give water away for free, right? Because it's going to have my logo on it. And if people see my logo, then that's a way for me to advertise my company. That, I thought, was an impressive way for an entrepreneur to, in a very short, concise, 10, 15 second pitch. That's how you go about it.
Confident, solves a problem.
That's it. I don't need to know your backstory. I don't need to know the whole.
Get right to your result.
Solve the problem.